You know, every so often a story comes along in the tech world that's so big it feels like the ground is shifting under our feet. And that's exactly what's happening right now with Google and India. This is a story about the future of AI, massive global ambition, and a multi-billion-dollar bet that we're going to unpack right now.
Just take a second and look at that number, $15 billion. That's not a company's total valuation or something. Nope, that's the price tag for a single investment. And it's the number that's at the very heart of this entire story.
So where's all that cash going? Well, that $15 billion is Google's massive commitment to building its first ever dedicated AI hub in India. And let's be clear, this isn't just some satellite office. This is a huge strategic move to build a core piece of its global AI engine, literally thousands of miles from Silicon Valley.
So the natural question is, right, what does $15 billion actually buy you in the world of AI? As we're about to see, it's a whole lot more than just shiny new computers. It's really about building the fundamental foundation for the next wave of innovation.
The hub itself is being built in the southern coastal city of Visakhapatnam. And get this, the plan isn't for some small regional data center. The ambition here is for this to become one of Google's largest, most important hubs on the entire planet. The scale they're talking about is truly global.
And as you can see here, we're not just talking about software. This is about heavy-duty hardware. We're talking gigawatt-scale data centers for the raw computing power to train these massive AI models. Then you need incredible energy infrastructure just to power them. And to move all that data around, you need a subsea gateway. Just think of it like a giant superhighway under the ocean, connecting India's AI engine directly to the rest of the world.
This is obviously a monumental undertaking. But let's be real, it's no charity project. So, what's the real motivation here? Let's flip the script and look at this from Google's point of view. What's the strategic win for a giant like them? Well, Google CEO Sundar Pichai framed the mission this way. He really emphasized bringing their tech to India to speed up innovation within the country. So publicly, the message is all about empowerment and partnership.
But okay, beyond the official statements, what's the deeper strategy? This move makes India a critical base for Google, not just for tech, but for talent. It unlocks this massive pool of world-class engineers and data scientists. In this incredibly fierce global race for AI dominance, planting a flag this big in a country with so much human capital, well, that gives you a powerful competitive edge for decades.
Of course, a deal this huge is a two-way street. It simply doesn't happen without a massive win for the host country. So now let's look at the other side of the partnership. How does this investment power India's own national ambitions?
From the Indian perspective, Prime Minister Narendra Modi described the impact in very ambitious terms. The key phrases he used, democratizing technology and AI for all, that tells you everything. This isn't just seen as a business deal, but as a fundamental tool for national development, designed to get cutting-edge tech directly to its citizens.
And this single investment acts as a huge catalyst for India's long-term vision. It doesn't just speed up their digital transformation, it's like a giant stamp of approval on the world stage, telling everyone that India is a top-tier destination for tech investment. All of this feeds into that ultimate goal, securing India's place as a global technology leader.
It's also really important to know that Google isn't going at this alone. To handle a massive project like this on the ground, they formed a strategic partnership with the Adani Group, which is one of India's biggest business conglomerates, to help actually build out the hub. So, we've got a clear win for Google and a clear win for India. But what happens when these two powerful forces come together? Let's zoom out to the bigger picture, because the real impact of this partnership goes way beyond just one company and one country.
This slide really illustrates that powerful synergy that's at play here. On one side, you have the US, through one of its biggest companies, pushing a generational shift in AI and deepening its tech ties in a critical part of the world. On the other side, you have India getting the infrastructure and the investment it needs to fuel its own growth. It's a true powerhouse partnership.
Which brings us to our final and really critical question. This isn't just about a company or a country anymore. It represents a major new alignment in technology and geopolitics. So the question we're all left with is this. As this US-India tech partnership gets stronger, how will it ultimately reshape the global balance of power in the race to define the future of AI?